Hi, my name is Douglas Lewis, and I am a recruiter for a veteran-owned IT solutions company called Tesseract. So what Tesseract is, it is a veteran-ran program that essentially helps veterans get into IT-based jobs. We typically look for people who come from organizations like the military. They might have a background from, uh, government organizations like Lockheed Martin or Raytheon. Also, we tend to look for people who come from, the private sector jobs like Hewlett Packard, Apple, Amazon, and you know, those type of companies. So ultimately, we're just trying to take on helping people go through the job market who have experiences with the military, who have experiences on the private sector, who have a general base of knowledge, but they want to go a step further and basically take the knowledge that they have from these enterprises, whether it's private sector or government based, and they want to go a step further and you know help veterans get into you know other IT positions. So basically, what we're looking for here is somebody who has worked in the information technology realm, somebody who is knowledgeable of the lingo, who has certifications like project management, security plus, network plus, to name a few, and who is experienced in the field but is just trying to go a little bit further and take the things that they have known and apply it to the difficulties that some veterans struggle with, trying to you know branch out, and they might look for people on Indeed.com, LinkedIn, things of that nature. So what we're looking for is just, strong professionals who, have experience in volunteer programs. They might have, worked with the VA and worked with the Wounded Warrior program, or they also, might have did some type of participation where they went to job fairs with their own company, like, Lockheed Martin, Hewlett Packard, the ones that I mentioned earlier. So generally, what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring veterans together, we're trying to bring people in the private sector together. We're trying to just get both pools of people to help veterans who are just struggling, trying to make that transition into the civilian market. So I think this is important because in that transition from uh, military to civilian life, or just trying to mesh together both different entities, I feel like there is a ball that is missed because it's just two different backgrounds, right? So ultimately, we're just looking for people who have experience, they're well-rounded, they're open, they have experience volunteering, whether it's with veterans or with their own company that's from the private sector, that just has gone to job markets, is familiar with just the things to look for, that looks like a good candidate, right? So um basically, like, we're willing to take anybody who is open and is willing to put themselves out there. They do have to have somewhat of a knowledge of like the Christian faith. I want to make sure that their viewpoint on life is a positive one. They do like take people as they are. They're not as judgmental, but they're willing to work with people and kind of progress as they go through the hiring process. So we just want to make sure, like, these are decent citizens in today's society, that have a can-do attitude. So um, you can find the link. I'll attach it to the video and in the submission. So if you're interested, we'd love to take you. And if there are any questions, just feel free to reach out. What we try to do is we try to, you know, go through Indeed, look for, the actual job description, who is, like I said, someone who has these type of previous, workforce experience. And then from there, we'll filter them through to the second second part of the hiring process where we'll conduct a over the phone interview. And if they get through that process, then we'll move on to the final step of the hiring process, to where, like, we just want to check all those boxes and make sure, like, okay, like, this person is well rounded, they're knowledgeable, and they are who they say they are. They have these certifications that show that they are capable, they do have the skill set, and they're the right fit for the job. So, like I said, I'll leave the link to the description, and we just look forward to hearing from you. Have a good day.